What's going on, guys? Welcome to Rants Red Talk, where we go through your comments on Twitter and we discuss the topics that you guys want to talk about. Let's get straight to it. First one from Erads on Twitter. What's your opinion on the comments that were made by the guy who shall not be named? Man ain't saying that pagan's name. At beIN Sports. Well, to be honest, fam, like he made a lot of comments in it, so I don't know which ones you're referring to, but ones I picked up on was especially when he started talking about Klopp and Guardiola and saying, for instance, I wasn't backed the way them man were backed, because when Pep bought Claudio Bravo, when he bugged out, he was able to buy another goalkeeper and yada 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 and all this bullshit. Bro, I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 with you, yeah? Also, him saying that Klopp still got the full backing of the Liverpool board, even though he didn't win shit in 3 years. You earn time in this football thing, innit? Like, if this guy wasn't playing such shit negative football, then I'm sure the board would have backed, man, because the board did back him. He actually spent more than Klopp and slightly less than Fraudiola, blood. Like, he didn't spend that much less than Guardiola. I think it was something like 80 million. You got to realise that Manchester City's record signing was Riyad Mahrez at 60 million. That pagan spent 75 million on Lukaku. So it's not just how much money has been spent, it's where the money went. Like, Guardiola and Klopp have been a lot better with their money, bruv. Like, it's that simple. So I'm not trying to hear this guy say he wasn't backed and these guys were in more favourable conditions, because when you look at the money spent, and especially the net spend as well, he spent more than them, man. So like, that doesn't wash with me. If he was playing attacking football, if he was respecting the philosophy of the club, if he was respecting the players, because he also come out talking about respect and this, that and the other. He's a big man. Like, respect's a two-way street, innit? His ego's too fucking big. And that's why he couldn't get on with certain players, because people can say, oh, he didn't get on with Pogba, this, that, and the other, Pogba's ego. Pogba's ego is not even a fraction of the size of Mourinho's, blood. Look, the man said his name, for fuck's sake. You know the ones? Like, it's not even a fraction. Like, the latest Adidas advert, Pogba's got his mum in there, bro. Like, that's the kind of guy Pogba is. Pogba is a humble guy. Humble, like, family man, Muslim, dances about, enjoys himself. Like, Pogba just had a baby the other day. No one know who Pogba's baby mum is, because he's not in the papers with no scandal. There's never been no scandal around Paul Pogba. He's not out getting drunk, doing all sorts of bullshit, no hookers, no none of that. And there's been plenty of scandals from loads of footballers. He's not having none of that. But this prick can't get along with him. Why? He can't get along with any player that actually loves football, bruv. And that's just what it is. Like, he says that football's his life and he loves football, but someone that genuinely loves football cannot play the football that he plays. Like, I genuinely refuse to believe that. The guy don't give a shit about football. His main objective is to win by any means necessary, and he's a spoiler. He doesn't love football, because if he loved football, he couldn't sit and watch his own team play, because it's diabolical. So the reason why the board didn't stick by him, man, is because he was boiling piss, losing his own dressing room, constantly negative, coming out talking shit, saying, basically, if we don't get a centre back in this window, we're fucked. This, that and the other. Bringing youth players on the tour and saying, basically, these managers here to make the numbers because they're not good enough. That's not a Manchester United manager. He completely disrespected the heritage of the club with his behaviour pretty much from the offset, and a lot of fans let him off for it. We got knocked out of the Champions League to Seville without even trying to win the fucking game in either leg. Man played for a 0-0 at home. Like who does that? Constant disrespect, and a lot of fans still fucking backed him blindly. So I've got no sympathy for the guy, man. Like, I've got zero sympathy for him. He got exactly what he deserved. He's a fraud, and he doesn't deserve another top job in football. It's that simple. He can talk and say, I'm an elite manager, Real Madrid got X amount of points and all of this. He didn't get on with Cristiano either. But if Cristiano ain't scoring 60 goals a season for Jose, yeah, he don't win shit at Real Madrid. Let's get that right. Like, Luka Modric, yeah, was voted the worst signing in the history of Real Madrid under this prick, and then he won the Ballon d'Or when he left. So that tells you what he does to elite talent, innit? The guy suffocates elite talent. So I can't really have anything nice to say about the guy, man. Like, before he came to United, I fucked with him, but now I think he's an absolute plank. But Dara Curran 6, do you think Man United should invest now in January, or wait until we see what happens with Oli at the end of the season? Give him money now to get a centre-back and get top 4, or wait until the end of the season? Well, you know what it is, yeah? I'm just thinking, like, why are we going to spend now? Like, the whole thing was director of football. That's what the whole thing was. Because we don't have a director of football, and we've been replacing players that we have bought previously. If you look under all the previous managers, Moyes brought in Fellaini and Mata. Both of them, in my opinion, are surplus to requirements. Now, Van Gaal didn't use Mata very much. He used Fellaini as a fucking hoofball. He also brought in Blinden Depay, who Maureen got rid of. He brought in Schneiderlin as well, who Maureen got rid of. And Herrera survived, Rojo survived, Luke Shaw survived. Yeah, Martial survived. But Darmian survived just about, but he's on his way out now. Yeah, like, and obviously Falcao and Di Maria didn't even survive LVG's tenure. So when you look at it, there's been no structure in place. We've wasted a lot of bad money in it. So, like, me personally, I'd give Oli the centre-back because it's clear that we need one. But boy, it has to be a top quality centre-back. There's no point bringing in a centre-back that the next manager might not fancy. If you're bringing in a centre-half and you're giving Oli money, you have to go for a Koulibaly or someone of that ilk. You have to splash 80 million. Like, you just have to do it, innit? If it's just a stopgap centre-half, a 30-40 million centre-back, then there's absolutely no point. If Oli and Phelan work, why change it? What's the point starting all over again? If it's not broken, leave it. The players are happy with Oli, Phelan and the backroom staff. That is Jamie Arnold, J.A. Arnold J708. I agree, fam. I agree. Like, all the noises coming out of the changing room are that the players are happy. Like, there's unlimited amount of quotes that you didn't get under the last guy. Martial coming out saying Oli is helping him with his movement, like his mental side of the game. You got Jesse coming out saying what he's saying. Pogba coming out saying what he's saying. Everyone's happy, innit? And I just think, in my opinion, this United setup is perfect. All you need is a director of football now, because you got Mick Phelan, who is the old head, the experience. Then you've got Oli, the young attacking coach. He's still experienced because he coached the United reserves and he's coached Mulder to league titles as well. Then you've got McKenna, who's like, he's like the ferry in between the youth team and the first team because he's managed that and he's a young attacking coach. And then you got Carrick, who has been in this current dressing room and is a new coach as well. So I think every base is covered with them 4 man there. You just need a director of football in between Woodward and the manager. And I think it's perfect, to be completely honest. Like, if it's not broke, don't fix it. I get that. You can also touch on the fact that Gary Neville's come out and he said that no manager should be able to implement his own style of play on Manchester United ever again. And I fucking agree with that. Like, the brand of football at Manchester United, just like Barcelona, just like Ajax, just like Bayern Munich, like it's in the fabric of the club, innit? You can't just come in here and play however the fuck you want. Fans expect you to play a certain brand of football, a certain way. With us, they expect youth to be promoted. They expect attacking football, front foot football, positive football. They expect these things, and we should never be made to feel like we don't deserve that shit. And under the last guy, that's how we were made to feel. It was all this blaming the players. I can't play like this because I don't have the players. But now we're 7 in 7. So it shows you that that guy was full of shit. Do you know what I'm saying? So I believe that he's completely right. However, Gary Neville was the same guy defending fucking Moyes defending fucking Maureen, and now all of a sudden he wants to stick the boot in. Like, Gary Neville's an idiot, innit? Like, great servant to the club, just like Roy Keane, but they're a bunch of idiots, bruv. Do you know what I mean? I don't like people that flip-flop. Gary Neville's always out defending managers, just that any other, bro. Like, it's either you're a fan or a pundit, or just keep it just down the middle and don't say nothing, innit? But you can't be talking like you're one of the old boys when you're defending the managers, and then you're coming out saying, well, I'm a United fan, bruv. Like, if you're a United fan, a true United fan like he says he is, you're not backing fucking Maureen for the amount of time he does. And even after he got sacked, you're still making excuses for the prick. Like, I can't fuck with that, innit? So, yeah, man, Gary Neville goes in the bin for me, but I do agree with no manager should come and impose his style on the club. I think that the setup we have works. I don't think it will stay. I think they're still going after Poch. If Poch comes in, he's going to have to play the Manchester United way, but he won't. He'll play the Pochettino way, because Pochettino has his own philosophy, which I like, bruv. But Ollie's playing Manchester United ball at the moment. Emmett Reeves, Emo443. He goes, the man doesn't know a player's worth, and this is why we'll have players where their contracts is greater than their ability. I think he's talking about Ed Woodward here, yeah? Everyone's talking about the next manager, Ollie Poch, Zizou, but surely we need to discuss a director of football. No matter who the boss is, we have Ed negotiating contracts, we're screwed. I think to a certain degree, yes. Like, I don't think so. I think Ed can negotiate contracts. That's not his problem. Ed's problem is he shouldn't be the guy basically sealing deals, bruv. Like, and also he should not be just doing what managers tell him, because Ed Woodward has signed the players that he can sign if the manager's given them given the green light, bruv. Because all was happening is, remember, Ed signed Fellaini, so that shows you that Ed can get a job done, yeah, and he just does what the manager tells him. The problem is there needs to be someone in between the manager and Ed that decides what players come in. So no matter what manager's in charge, the players are bought, and then the managers have to deal with the players that they've been given. None of this the manager chooses the players, because managers shouldn't be allowed to build a team in their own image. It should be in the image of Manchester United, bro. So in terms of contracts and negotiations, Ed is great at it, man. Do you know what I mean? He got us Alexis Sanchez here in a swap deal, bro. Man didn't pay no money for him. Like, stuff like that we weren't doing before. Like Ed Woodward, yeah, we got Paul Pogba for 90 million, but it was 30 million, yeah, over 3 years. We didn't pay 90 million up front. The guy's very good at negotiating contracts. My thing is that when he's pulling plugs on, like, the Martial deal, he pulled plug on the De Gea to Real Madrid deal, all of these things, he shouldn't even be involved in these things, bruv. Like, he shouldn't. Like, so I think we need someone else in there. I heard something the other day, bruv, like, someone was like, oh, what do you think about Mick Phelan for director of football? That would actually kind of slightly be sick, bruv. Like, I don't really know, like, I don't really know what man's knowledge is in terms of scouting and that. But I tell you what, in terms of identifying players, like, Mick knows, like, he knows the Manchester United kind of player, innit? So I thought that was an interesting shout. But either way, bruv, like, we need a director of football. Right, and last one, underscore Scott Bond underscore, and it says, what do you think of Fosu Mensah? If United do sign another right back, could Fosu Mensah do a job as CDM? Bro, Fosu Mensah is a CDM, and this is what's fucked, innit? Like, I'm gonna be real with you. He's a CDM, but he can play centre half as well. We saw it under LVG. It's that guy, bruv. Like, he's trying to turn Andreas Pereira into a CDM. People still think that Andreas Pereira is a CDM, bruv. And he's an attacking midfielder who can play on the flanks and that. He's an attacking player. Man are looking at him as a CDM. It's the same with Fosu Mensah. Fosu Mensah can play DM. Like, he's got the athleticism, he can tackle, and he's got the composure. He can pass as well. Like, he's good. He can pass with both feet. And he can move the ball. He's better than McFucking Mayonnaise, blood. He's way better than McMayonnaise. And that's what pissed me off. There's no way that he would have been in the first team, yeah, if the fucking bus driver wasn't in charge. Like, there's no way, because we sent Fosu Mensah out on loan to keep Scott. That don't make no damn sense. Like, Fosu Mensah should be in the squad where Scott is at present, because He's got more first team experience. He's a better footballer. He's a better athlete. He's better everything, innit? He's not a right back, bro. Like, he can do a job as a right back, and I think he could even do a job for us as a right back, because I don't think he can be worse than some of the performances I've seen Valencia and Ashley Young put in, even though Ashley Young's been quite solid recently. Like, I honestly think that he could do a better job than them, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. Now he's back, as far as I'm concerned. I think that the loan deal... Has the loan deal been terminated? I think it might have been, or was that another player? I'm not 100% sure, but I think that Fosu-Mensah should get a chance at right back before we sign someone. We've got Dallo, but bruv, I just don't know. I feel like his talent has been wasted, and I think he'll probably just end up leaving. Alright guys, that was your Rants Red talk for this week. Yo, jump in the comment section, man, and let me know what you think about some of the things. What do you think about Ollie for the permanent job? What's the backroom staff looking like? Would you sign someone in January not knowing who the manager's going to be and without a director of football? Would you trust Ed to secure that? Like, would you? Like, let me know in the comment section. And what do you think of Fosu-Mensah as well? Good enough to play right back or CDM at the club, or do you think we should get rid of man? Let me know in the comments. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button on the video if you ain't done that already. Jump in the description. Make sure you follow man on Twitter and on Instagram at Rants and Bants. And feel free to support man on Patreon. The link's in the description. Mad love, peeps.